Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you might find yourself in. And as always, we have our piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 4 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using. There's a link to my booking page. If you'd like a private reading, you can book with me there in the description box. There's also links to my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, where I'm sharing content there as well. You might like to check that out. And that being said, I'll leave you with your decision, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey, group 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this little piece of geode, then this one is for you. So the geode is a bit womb-like in that it's a bit of a cavity, a bit of a place you could just go hide. It represents the creating better moods and balancing energies and relieving stress, helping with decision making, and it can also be a stone that helps with connecting with divine beings. So maybe there's been a lot of meditation and reaching out for you lately, and also just trying to rebalance and get a hold of something. I heard get a grip, or get a grip on something, or get a hold of something. That's interesting. Yeah, I feel like I forget what it was. I think it was something like keeping your head above water was one of the messages. But if it comes back up, then we'll see. It's because when I pull the cards, so much comes through, and then I've got to wait until I am ready to record, and then different stuff comes through. And anyway, so past energy, we've got the Hanged Man, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. I love the full moon energies here as well. So I do feel for this is, I feel like you've been trying to step into your power a lot more in the recent past. The past energy shows me that you've been softening, and I think, not to say there hasn't been stress and all of that, I just feel like you're trying to focus on the good things in life and not let the stress get the better of you. You can see your beautiful times with friends here with the Three of Cups. You may have recently caught up with friends or celebrated something really nice with the people that you love, or you just with yourself, just something that's very joyful. You might have reunited with a friend you haven't caught up with in a while, or made plans to do so. It is a very beautiful energy. You've been really connected to your intuition here. Probably been getting quite a lot of messages of healing. Things do look like they're sort of closing in a little bit. You might be feeling a little bit, maybe a little stagnant, like things aren't going as fast as you would like them to, or, you might not be, I think you're working on something here and you're waiting to see the results for that too. And I think it's, it doesn't feel like a totally easy process. I got to say, like, sitting for this reading to shuffle the cards and everything was very different this week. I felt very resistant, and almost to the point I'm like, maybe I just shouldn't do the readings today and go for a walk instead. But no, I'm going to push on through and find out what this is all about, and I'll go for my walk after. But that in itself might be a message for you, where you're feeling times where you're resistant to make changes, or resistant to persevere, or resistant to take that next step. It might be important for you to maybe just go and take a walk, clear your energy, settle down. Don't take action when there's a feeling of resistance, but just wait for that to settle, dissipate, pass. It makes sense that the geode is a stone to help with decision making and alleviating the stress surrounding that as well. You can do that by grounding yourself with a nice walk, or a cup of tea, or whatever it is that sort of brings you out of that head and settled. All right, so I kind of want more information about this past energy too. I have got the Death card on the bottom of the deck. The underlying energy for this reading is a transformation. I see the Five of Pentacles underneath that. So to say that things are improving, I would say, I think there's a bit of reluctance to believe that, or doubts or something here, but things are improving, and I think you need to create room for that, create belief for that, have faith. I think there's improvements in relationships as well going on here, like a reunion with someone you love, or there's, I do see like a relationship healing happening. But the Death card underlying energy for this reading shows that you are in a big state of rebirth, transformation, from places of feeling lack, not good enough, not just not having enough. Maybe you feel like you're not making enough money, or you just feel like you don't have enough resources or support, or whatever this Five of Pentacles represents for you. That's changing. I see the Devil here on a split too. What else have we got? The Hundreds of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. Okay. All right, you're learning about healthy attachments versus unhealthy attachments. We'll go into it as we go through. What am I doing here? That's right. Thanks. King of Wands. Just that King of Wands is definitely making me feel like I need to get back out into nature and connect with nature, connect with your body, connect with your passion, movement, lots of high energy, lots of fun, dancing, exploring, new adventures, that sort of stuff. But I feel like that's what do I want to say here? Because part of it feels like you're in a bit of a bubble, like a bit of a cocoon period where you're not wanting to go out and do those things, but you may be getting invites for those things. And let's just see what else comes through. King of Cups. Okay. Yeah. There's definitely, I do feel like somebody is coming forward towards you here as well, like a relationship or something. There's definitely like a healing or a coming together, which does bring up a bit of anxiety and fear too. You can see that there's a bit of angst in resolving a certain issue, or just uncertainty or doubt perhaps attached to that. But let's move into the current energy and moving ahead. We've got the Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands first off, and the week progresses with the Judgment, the Three of Wands, and the World. So starting energy, you may be feeling, like I've just said there, like a bit stagnant or things feeling a little trapped. There may be also a bit of conflict with somebody that's causing you to really overthink, maybe obsessing over something that was said, or this could be yet to happen as well. It's sort of is in the future energy, so you'll know if it's something you're still processing, or what am I talking about? Maybe it's yet to happen, where there's just something said, or this says interference and strife at the top here. So I do feel like there's a lot more power within the situation, within yourself here as well. It might also be mixed messages like coming towards you, like fearful messages, or messages that plant a seed of doubt or fear in your mind. Don't nurture those, I think. It's the message there. You're going to get clarity on that anyway with the Judgment card is being here. You're going to have a realization about this conflict, or the way you're feeling stuck. You're going to have a realization about your power and what you can do to move forward, where your power lies within the situation. The Three of Wands and the World, it's sort of, I feel like you're what do I want to say? Far out. This reading is so, I don't know if it's me or you this week, group one. That's why I'm like, I persevered, because maybe it's me and not them. You'll let me know in the comments, I'm sure. But whoa. It's like there's potential in something. But you are afraid that it won't work out, or that things will go wrong. I think, you're just thinking the worst sometimes of a situation, but you're advised to follow that, your intuition, follow that, your own calling, and also wait and see things out as well. With the Three of Wands and the World, I feel like it's sort of waiting to integrate certain lessons and see and embody certain traits. I feel like it's like you're wanting to modify some of your own behavior for better outcomes, which is a wonderful thing. But there's still this need to continue to make choices that align with those outcomes you're looking forward to. And they are coming for you. With the Three of Wands in the universe, it's like you're just waiting for closure, or you're waiting for that sense of leveling up, or growth in some way. So can I get another card on the World? King of Cups, Yeah, you may be waiting for a connection to deepen or things to develop within a connection. Oh, goodness me. Too many there. You also may be waiting for new opportunities to come in as well, or like something to finish up so that you can start something new. 7 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil. There's certainly some attachments that do hold you back, or you're feeling like quite challenged by certain ideals or expectations, whether they're from you or someone else. The Devil does keep popping through, so I feel like it also might be addictions, of course, and like overworking also, like really not balancing out. There's a lot of balance that is required here. What else in there? The World card. Oh. Fine, I'm not doing it. Oh, I see. Okay, the cards that are here is the Sun and the Devil. So there's going to be clarity coming in this week of surrounding attachments or surrounding things that are unhealthy. The light is going to be shed on the situation. It may be triggered by conversations or information coming in. This is all good though. This is good information. Like even if it's just an awareness within yourself, it's a good thing because then you can correct it. Prince of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and you can get passionate about the things that are good in your life and what you can start to see feed the potential into those things that perhaps have been neglected or ignored. Certain areas of life that you're needing to step up and pay a bit more attention to. I think there's a rebalancing that's needed here. So in the challenge, we've got the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords. I feel so directionless in this reading, I do have to say. Like, that might be how you're feeling, directionless, or just like, I can't explain it. It feels very different, and I'll know if I go into group 2 and I still feel the same way, then it's me, and I'll probably just for today. But anyway, 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. So you might be feeling here with the challenge that you are having to carry so much from the past, things that you feel like have not worked out. We've got oppression, failure, and futility in the challenge. So you're feeling like something you've really given a lot of energy to, you can't trust that, or you can't trust a person, or you feel like it's just futile to continue to keep pushing for this thing or going in a certain way. I think you're coming to realize in the week ahead that things need to be done a little differently, and that certain areas you're paying attention to is just sapping your strength, and you might be better off just putting those things down and letting that go and just be where you are right now. Just be okay with where it's at right in this moment, even if you can't trust or aren't certain about how things are going. What you can trust is yourself, and that you're breathing right now and you're here in this moment, and that's okay. What will help with the challenge is strength, 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. So this is about positivity, I do feel, with the 6 of Wands, like having that strength to really believe in yourself or believe in whatever you're doing, regardless of outer circumstances. The 8 of Pentacles is asking for diligence. It's asking for you to really pay attention to one thing at a time and just really lighten the load with that 10 of Wands there. I feel like if you did also cut half the work, you would still get good results. I just feel like there's been too much energy focused in the wrong area here. That's what I really do feel. And so it's time to just sort of bring it in and just focus on one thing at a time, and master that. Master yourself, master your own personal inner strength as well. Have the courage and the faith to put yourself out there, or to celebrate your small successes and see how far you've come as well. I think you need to believe in yourself a lot more with this card too. There's a lot to be happy for around you. I can't even believe how weird I feel in this particular reading. Like, just there's no words for it. I don't particularly like it. I don't know how to explain it. I hope this reading even makes sense, but anyway, we'll find out. Two of Swords, the Star, and the Five of Cups in further guidance here. So this is about healing. This is how I'm feeling, actually. Now I come to look at these cards, this is literally how I'm feeling. The Two of Swords, this uncertainty, this like pull between the head and the heart. What's the truth here? What's the message here? What do I go? What do I do? I don't know. So you're just needing to be, just to heal, just to refresh, just to renew. The Star is here. This is again about optimism and having hope for the future, looking at the future with the eyes of love, like just seeing potential and feeding it with lots of positive affirmation about the good things that are coming and believing in that. There's a lot of sadness and grief here that needs healing, and that's why I feel there's this sense of stuckness or lack of direction, because it's like, where do I even start? What do I even do? Where do I even go from here? For some people, it may be that way. You just don't know what to even do. And it's the small things that matter right now. It's the small, subtle, gentle things that matter. There's just a time out to heal and not take it all seriously or not overthink it. Like, I'm already starting to feel better now that I've connected to this message. Like, I feel a sense of grounding and direction now. It's very strange. So I do think that it's very important that you do stop trying to work it all out and do it all right now, and just pull your energy right back, and then just focus on one thing or the small things. You don't need to know anything more than that right now, I would say, as well. But be hopeful for the future and what's the path ahead. So in the outcome, we've got the Princess of Pentacles, this Five of Swords and Nine of Swords. I feel so much better. I'm so glad I've persevered. God. Like, I can't tell you. I think I used like 4 different tarot decks. I'm sitting there, I'm like, no, this is not even the right deck. Maybe it's a different deck. Like, what do I need? And I've settled on this deck because it felt more simple. The imagery, can't you see? It's like not so intricate and detailed. And I just felt like maybe we need less detail right now for this reading, because it really took a while for me to connect to. I didn't want to connect to it in a way, if that makes sense. Nothing like personal against you guys, of course. It's just like the energy of it and how I'm feeling. And so not hopefully, but possibly reflection of how you're feeling. There's that just overwhelm and underwhelm in the same sense. Okay, Princess of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is the outcome energy. So you are navigating anxieties and fears and overthinking, right? That you're needing to put that down. The outcome here is that new beginnings does mean walking away from other things that are hard to walk away from. Five of Swords, Nine of Swords. Walking away from things that are, defeat and cruelty we've got here. There's a new opportunity within all of this situation. I was going to say within this mess. So some of you may feel like everything is just a mess, but you can build from here. You can, like, you just need to put one brick down or one step in the foundation forming. With this Princess of Pentacles, I do feel like there's opportunities here. It's also a card of experiencing nature and connecting with nature. But what I do feel when I saw the imagery here is that, like, we've got this emptiness, this battle, this finishing. Like, this person is to walk away. Where to? Who knows? But within this card, these flowers give me a promise of something beautiful on the way, on the journey, a beautiful journey ahead. These flowers talk of sweetness and experience and to just continue. The mandala on her shield there, it just talks to me about beautiful creations yet to happen. I see a rebalancing here, like just getting back in touch with yourself, and lots of fertility, lots of new things. Like, oh yeah, she's even like maybe possibly a little bit pregnant. She might be just standing that way too. I'm not sure, but it kind of feels like with the flowers as well, it's like this promise of spring, like after a winter, after a defeat, after some cruelty, perhaps after some things that have just not been so nice or really hard to navigate. I do see things improving, and that there's a lot of new growth, like the message of the womb here. Like there's a lot of new growth. Oh, I got pain like right here. I don't know. It's come in quite suddenly behind the eyeball. I hope you guys are okay, group 1. It feels a little, feels a little like, I don't even know. It just feels a lot. Oracle cards, we've got the Guardian, Spirit Guardian of Winter, Retreat. Talking about exactly that, pulling your energy back. You may be experiencing your own personal winter where things are slowing down, or you're not making as much money as you were before, or you're not as busy as you were before, but you're still very bogged down perhaps. Needing to just refresh, release, let go, replenish your energy, and only spend your time and energy on things that actually renew and uplift you. And if you know that this habit, behavior, or whatever is depleting you, this connection is depleting, then step back. Very important. We've got happiness here, and we've also got the card I Am Happy from another deck. So it really is asking you to focus on the joys in your life, the beauty in your life, and to just find the happiness in the little small stuff. There is so much to be happy for. There is magic around you. There are miracles around you. And I do feel connecting with nature, going outside, listening to the bird song, taking a walk every day is going to be really, really beneficial. Make that part of your daily routine, a ritual that is something you really show up for yourself. Just, you may not feel, like for some people, you may not know what those benefits are of going for a walk in nature for 20 minutes, half an hour. It doesn't have to be all that long, 10 minutes even, whatever your body can allow. But also maybe to sit by a tree, or sit by a waterbed, or, you know, wherever calls to you. You might find a little spot and think, oh, I could sit there. Well, do so and stay for a while. And just let time happen. Let nature do its thing. Just let. All right, we've also got my intuition is awakened and I trust in it. The 6th chakra energy center affirmation. This is about your intuition and trusting in it. We've got the Queen of Cups here as well. So you are getting a lot of, like, everything in this reading that makes sense, like the messages of retreat and rest, and pull back your energy. I think you already know those messages. I think you're fully aware that that's what you need to do, and to just trust that that's okay, that everything is going to be okay if you do let go. A time for healing, balsamic moon, even more of that, you know, take it slow, pull it in energy. In the higher self prompts, we've got learn how to honor and treat your body well. I love this. A daily yoga routine or ritual would be wonderful, like a walk, like I've said, she's even by the water. I've been sitting by the water lately and it's just been so nice. Instead of walking past, I actually stop and sit. And lots of, like, every creature comes along eventually. It's so nice. A new career path will be highly successful. Trust in the magic of newness. Any new creative ideas or inspiration or anything at all, trust in that. Give it a go. Like, it's sort of like this too, like leaving one thing behind, but you're starting something new. You may be starting a new study here. Don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. Just don't let it happen. I just want to pull up the winter card again. Just maybe make your own little bubble to be in, and that's okay, because you won't be there forever. It's just this time, and it's a necessary time, but know that you will come out of that again. And we've got happiness. I just want to show it again. Find your own happiness. Focus on the things that make you happy. Life isn't a sprint, it's a long race, and you're not just in it to win. That's extreme high expectation on self in this time. You don't need to be anywhere other than where you are right now. And I do get the message too of needing to, or you are in this place of wanting to just do better. I want to be better. I want to do better. If you haven't particularly liked some of the recent results, and you realize where things have got to change, and I think you want that. I do feel like you're aligning to that. You want that, and you're aware of it. If all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. High expectation again. Sort of matches this life isn't a sprint, it's a long race. Like, you don't need to get all this success and achievement right away. Just trust that with one diligent foot after another, you will get there naturally. But if you're so focused on the outcome and pushing towards that place, you're not going to enjoy the journey. So just stop, just be here, and just find the sweet little magical moments in the mundane. A heart chakra clearing might be necessary too. It might be a regular thing. You might want to cut cords or do a meditation that clears the heart chakra, but also seeing life through the eyes of love. I do feel it's just really positive expectations, or just hoping for the best and trusting that good things can come, not being jaded. I feel being nice. Be nice, but not too nice. Not everyone deserves your kindness. That's sort of similar with the don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. And she's even got, look at that. I feel like this is kind of synchronistic. The fishbowl and then the globe. Like, I think you need to create a little safe container for yourself and keep it pure, keep it clean. Make new friends. Definitely, if you're feeling called. That's another feeling I got before about inspiration, or you're not. If you're someone out there that's not so certain of what career I could do, or where I'm meant to go, or what I'm meant to do, I did feel a specific message that if you go to a certain event or go for a certain a service, book a service somewhere or something, that within itself will give you, I think life will give you the inspiration, is what I'm trying to say here. Like, you might meet a certain person and then you're really inspired by what they do, and you see yourself doing that, and suddenly that's your goal, your dream, and you walk that path. So for those that feel a little lost in this reading, that aren't sure what you want to do in regards to career and purpose with this one, just trust that life will show you the way, and to get out there and make new friends or network with people so that the inspiration can come, the help can come. We've got make a vision board. Remind yourself of why you began this journey in the first place. And get more done. Eliminate distractions that aren't adding value to your day with this to-do list. I know this message has been a lot of slow down, take on less, but I think it's more about taking on less of the things that drain you or are fruitless. Futile was the word. And just focus on the to-do list of the most important things. Or maybe there's only one thing, but just focus on one thing. We've also got the Empress to finish your reading, which is a beautiful card of expansion and abundance, and this is the energy you're growing into, a beautiful energy of receptivity, fertility, joy, creativity, and just being totally capable and supported. So things do improve. This situation where it's at right now might be a little challenging, but I think embrace this winter period, embrace this time for healing, and don't push too hard. All right, group 1, I'm going to leave it there for you people. I hope this reading has resonated with you, and if you're after some private readings, I have some sessions open still for August, and take care. Bye. Hey group 2, and welcome to this reading if you chose the Moonology point. So I only worked out that it was Moonology not that long ago. I've always called this the Calcifer stone because it looks like the little fire guy, or it reminds me of the fire guy in Howl's Moving Castle, which I actually hadn't seen before until this crystal. It's the reason I watched that movie, which I now love. And whenever I talk about it, so many comments in the comment section come up for how much everybody else loves Howl's Moving Castle. It's such a nice movie. Anyway, this stone, now that we know that it is Moonology, we can talk about its meanings of and being a nurturing stone and helping with decision making during times of stress. It's a very grounding stone. So let's jump into your reading. I'm going to go over here. Oh, I didn't even see that. You've got 4 major arcanas in the underlying energy. Really big changes that might be subtle at this time, right? Let's talk about that actually. I see new passion here. I see the ways changing. I see things lightening for you. You're letting go of the things that are heavier so that things can be feeling lighter, or you're working on that. Some old beliefs, sending them away, limiting beliefs, things like that. I can see just a lightening here. We've got the Star, the Magician, Death, and the Hermit. Like, I did not expect to start the reading over there, but that's how I'm feeling. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So much renewal in all of this energy. There's time alone, of course, the time for you to go through this transition and transformation by yourself. It is a personal thing, a personal journey. But you're starting to see your own power, and I think you're starting to look at, find those answers inside of you that give you even greater sense of direction and clarity about who you are and what you came here for. I think that's what it's about. Let's see. Starting out with the past energy, have got the Lovers, the Six of Wands, and the King of Wands. Oop. Beautiful. So the past energy, you've been making some great decisions. I can see that. You've been thinking and acting in alignment with success. That's what has been your biggest focus, I can see here. Whether that's in your own personal development or your career, your business, whatever area this is for you, it's showing that you are really in a place now of feeling like you're in a state of change, but it's good change. It's like, I feel like there's been great success in the past on your journey already. You've already achieved great milestones here, absolutely. And people do recognize you for the work that you do. People do love the work that you do. I think that a lot of people in this group might be leaders, teachers, guides, counselors. They could also be other roles that don't seem to be roles of leadership, but they are indirectly or just more subtle ways of helping people. I do feel like there's just a great strength to the character of group number 2, like really big people. Maybe you might be really really shining to a lot of people in your world, or could be past energy where I kind of feel like it's a bit withdrawing at the moment, like you're taking a bit of time for you right now, or going through some changes and some clearing, and that does mean that things sort of need to fall away a little bit, but that's okay, because I sort of see you at a level where, like, it kind of feels like you don't have to worry, like everything's going to be fine. It's interesting that there's a card on the table that I'm about to give the opposite message of. It says nothing yet is set in stone, but I kind of got this feeling that there's this foundation of success inside of you, or something you've awakened to that's inside of you. You're aware of it, and that within itself is set in stone and is a pillar or some sort of foundation for you to build upon. Like you've found a pearl inside yourself. You've found something brilliant. I think you're aware of it, or you're still discovering it, but you see it, like you're still uncovering maybe. Interesting message there, but yeah, I do feel like you have a lot of beauty to share with the world, and you're a very strong person. Absolutely. So moving on into the current energy, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. So we might just leave it there for now. We'll go further into the week, or whatever timeline it hits for you, but current energy moving forward. So with the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, you might be very focused on your budget right now, and where you're spending your time, your money, and your energy, looking at your resources. I can see an increase, or planning for increase, or making certain changes so that you can protect your finances. Like you might be budgeting a little tighter, or you might have a new goal that you're sort of trying to allocate funds for. And I just do see like a lot of growth, but in such a way that's to support a future dream, if that makes sense. You might be investing here, or just I think there's some changes you're looking at making. You're wanting to pull back your energy in certain areas and just focus on yourself, just focus on your work. I think work is very important for this group. I just do like how, her eyes are closed in both cards, and she's sort of just like, you might be working on something that you sort of want to keep close to your chest at the moment. Like you don't want to share your ideas yet, or you're just sort of still percolating an idea or something, still cooking inside. But you've I feel like as well you've sort of achieved something quite great and you're looking to start something new as well. Like, yeah, a new journey, a new adventure, or a new offering. So further into the week ahead, we've got the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So lots of decision making here. You might be a little, with the Four of Pentacles actually as well, and the Seven of Wands, it is a little defensive. You might be feeling a little defensive in the week ahead, or that you're sort of feeling a little challenged by other people, or prying eyes, or people that aren't fully aware of what you're truly about or what you're doing. And I don't think you need to worry about that too much. There's not too much to worry about in this reading, I do feel. I do also feel like you've got like a really nice community around you, or a loving partner, or a lot to hold you through any challenges as well. I do feel like there's a lot of beauty, and it's just a matter of protecting your own energy. You might feel like, for some people, it might also be that you're feeling like maybe there's some people around you that just are not your vibe anymore, and you may be falling away. Those connections may be falling away, and you might be very defensive of starting new connections. That could be the case for some people here too, due to lack of trust, or just not wanting to be let down, or just a bit careful or cautious when moving forward into new connections because of past stuff, I think. But you can trust that there are beautiful connections in the future for you. Two of Cups is at the end of your week ahead, so in the world. Now, I think you also might make really good friends that are overseas for some people, like online connections, some supports in that way as well. I do feel like there's a lot of personal strengthening to be done here as well. Like, I'm getting the message of needing to do yoga practice daily, or something to strengthen your body, just to feel more grounded as well, to support yourself. The Queen of Pentacles, I do always see as somebody who's actually willing to put in the work to nurture their body, who's willing to show up each day and not just try it and let it fall away and then wonder why they're feeling not so great anymore. This is somebody who diligently steps up, and they make it a part of the routine. And even if at first they're a bit resistant, like, oh, it seems like hard work, or, I don't really want to do that, they persevere, and they use that sense of drive to push them to that place where they then feel motivated to continue going, because it's something they're enjoying. And sometimes I think we need that drive before the motivation kicks in, and the Queen of Pentacles, I do feel, has that. I think it's also to say that you've got a lot of people to nurture as well. Some people connecting might be parents, and having to care for children at this time might be really important on your radar right now, and sort of not having so much time for other people outside the family home, potentially. I kind of want more. I want Hierophant. All right, in the challenge, we've got the Five of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So with the Five of Cups, of course, we're releasing sadness, and that's the challenge. It's not everything is working out. There may be challenging connections, or a sense of sadness here, where you're either doubting your path ahead, or you're doubting a certain personal connection. I just feel like there's not actually, like, this situation, whatever this is, I do feel like it's not as bad as you think, or it's going to improve, or something about this there's actually a lot more positivity. Maybe it is awful, but there's a lot more positivity around you that is worth focusing on, that can help lift you as well. Like, I just get that sense that while some things may be falling apart, other things are absolutely not, and there's a lot of beauty around you, and it may be making it a little hard to make plans for the future. You might be just sort of, I feel like for some people you might be wanting to make plans for the future that incorporate other people, but you don't have that sense of commitment yet, or you're not certain that that's how things are going to unfold, so you're sort of just wanting to make plans for yourself as well. You might also feel like, there's a need to tighten the budget, or there's certain things you want to be able to afford, and I do feel like there's a bit of possible financial stress here, but that again isn't as bad as you think. I do feel like there's growth here, and with a few like pulling in of the budget or whatever you need to do, that will obviously bring great results for you and things will flow. I think that's that feeling I got before with this guaranteed success. Like I think you will, I saw 1111, you will be, I think you're provided for, I think you're protected, and I think you need to just have more faith in your abundance and how the universe provides for you. For some, not for everyone. Also getting like a lot of herbs, herbal tea is really important right now. And plant-based food, like lots of healthy dark leafy greens, really, really important for everybody, of course, but I just do feel like emphasizing this group on your personal health, like your body seems so important, your vitamins and your like strengthening the body or strengthening the muscles. Further guidance with what's going to help with the challenge. We've got the Chariot, the Ace of Cups and Strength. How nice is that? I think this reading is like there's just a bit of sadness or a bit of there's something, you know, but there's also a lot of brilliance and a lot to look forward to. So let's look at that. With the Chariot, you're needing to move forward confidently with the expectation that all your wishes are going to be met and that you're going to manifest your dreams here. Absolutely. The Ace of Cups is such a beautiful, it feels like a manifesting love energy, like really just bringing it in, and self-love as well, like really tending to your own needs and finding joy and love in the path ahead, having strength to overcome any challenges and know that you've got what it takes to overcome any challenges with love. You don't need to be defensive, or you don't need to, I think I think you're looking at some of your responses or triggers here with certain people as well, and you're wanting to overcome those reactions or responses and just be a little more grounded. And that might be why all this message of look after yourself is so important, because it's when we are really healthy and grounded that our energies are balanced and we're able to make decisions and respond and react in ways that are becoming of us, you know. And I think you're wanting to really step into this next level of self, this next level of expression in your world, this deepening of divinity in your expression, in your touch, in your words. I think that you also need to realize that love will guide you here as well, each step of the way. If you're uncertain about things, just trust that love will guide you. Yeah. All right. So further guidance here, we've got the Three of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. So I definitely have some wish fulfillment to talk about here. Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. What a beautiful combination where you do have a lot of wish fulfillment here. You have a lot of wonderful connections in your life, or connections coming into your life. There's something you want very much that is there for you. It's there. It's either already here. I think it is already here, and yet to come. So whatever you have, there's so much more yet to come. And I do feel like with this Nine of Wands, it's like having that perseverance to overcome, like the Chariot, any little challenges that crop up within yourself or within, you know, your external reality and other people. Like you have what it takes to overcome it with love or with softness, with confidence too. Like, yeah, I get a lot of like the right amount of soft but the right amount of firm, like just trying to really balance your masculine and feminine energy, I think is what this is. Actually feel really excited about that, because it feels good to be that way. It feels good to be in your power. It feels good to look after yourself, and it feels good to be so centered and strong within yourself and accepting of self that you can react and respond with love, and just knowing that it's going to be okay. I just feel like you're wanting to erase certain triggers, and just in the little stuff too. Anyway, there's lots of wish fulfillment here. I hear Spirit talking to you all the time as well. There's lots of constant downloads and messages for this particular group. You're very connected to your guides or to Source here, I can see. So the Nine of Wands is also, I think it's just that encouragement for this particular reading to keep on going, that great things are coming for you, to believe in yourself. So in the outcome energy, we have the Six of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Hangman. So this is it. This is everything we've talked about, like leaving behind little things that may be falling away at the moment, getting unstuck a little bit, letting go of any fear of change or the little things you need to do to support that change. I think that's what it comes from. I think there's a change you're wanting to make that's like, maybe it's a big image of how you see yourself or the way you engage with people or whatever you want to see blossom within yourself. There's a quality or a trait there. And instead of just going straight for that, I think you're realizing the little subtle moves that need to be made or the little tiny changes that then become that outcome. Like you can't just jump straight to it. So no skipping steps here, but making this a loving journey that you're committed to here and now, if that makes sense. So yeah, Six of Swords, leaving behind, just coming in. I feel like it's less about leaving, well, yeah, okay. It is about leaving behind chaotic energy and overthinking and just emotional baggage of the past and just things maybe, yeah, less than ideal circumstances or responses of your own maybe too. And letting yourself soften, letting yourself come into this beautiful place of connectivity, and allowing this whole situation to change your perception as well. I think your whole perception is changing on everything. There's certain things that you're releasing and it's opening you up to the new. And some of these things are not here yet. Some of these awarenesses are not quite there yet. Then experiences yet to be had, inspiration yet to be triggered. But you're in the process of that transformation and moving quite fluidly. I think there's a need to be in a state of flow so that inspiration can come through, and that can be as simple as doing the dishes or weeding the garden or whatever. It really can be in the most simple things where you're in this state of flow where you're busy, you're doing something repetitively perhaps, and then that's why those adult colouring in books can be really helpful too. All sorts of activities like that. But I do feel like there's a real beauty in this reading of just stepping more into your best self or the self you want to be in this world. That's what I get from that. So in the Moonology deck, we have a time for healing, balsamic moon, and nothing is yet set in stone. So I think what is set in stone is your success, in that the path you're taking, the person you are, the choices you're making, the awarenesses you're having, the subtle changes that if I just do this like that, or just moderate this, I think you're just seeing what it would take to take it to the next level. Anyway, the next card we have is Butterfly Spirit Transformation. I love the beautiful pearl here behind her in the clam. And she even holds one in her hand. I just do feel like there's already so much success behind you, but yet so much more in your hand and yet to come. So much self-discovery, and then sharing that with the world as well. Like, I think you might be going in to do a little bit of, what do I want to say? Just transmute some old energies, I think. And then you'll come back out into the world again. I just want to go back to the Seven of Wands. It keeps staring at me in the face, so I see the Fool now on the bottom of the deck, Leaps of Faith here, Queen of Wands, Four of Cups, and Eight of Wands. There might be, so for some, not for everyone, there might be a conversation with a particular friend or a work colleague or somebody who's in your life that's quite, maybe they were important to you, or they have some sort of influence over you, or and there may have been or may yet be some sort of altercation or disagreement, or just a sense of disconnect or challenge with a certain person, but communication will bring you back together and you'll work that through. I think that's important, that you do communicate with this person and not run away from the situation, but just face it with, like we've already talked so much about responses. So it might be that, maybe you're not wanting to respond so defensively, but rather in your power that's still firm and respectful of, your truth and where you're coming from, but also loving to them and accepting of their truth. I do feel like there's, some sort of moment with another person on the week ahead here. But this is also a message to say that you just need to believe in yourself, regardless of what other people think or altercations or things that come up. I think you just need to be okay with what you're doing and step into your own roles of leadership here. So I should hold these up. There's so much here about leadership within this reading, with the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Lovers, the Chariot and Strength, even the Queen of Cups. There's a lot of beauty and a lot of strength in you, in who you are, in your expressions. So, yeah, I think it's time to let go of what hasn't worked out and realize that those are just opportunities to refine. Now you know, it's that sort of thing. Now I know I can do this, and I think that's actually feels really true for this whole reading. Now I know that doesn't work so well. Now I know that doesn't look so good on me, or now I know I don't like the feeling of that. Now you know, so you can make a choice and move forward. You can communicate your truth there. And the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Oh look, the Wheel of Fortune it reveals. What else? The Ace of Wands. I like it. But yeah, the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. Taking leaps of faith and allowing change to come in, allowing old to fall away, and knowing that creates space for new. What else have we got here? Nature's gift. I'm fully present in the natural world and the plants and trees in my environment. I enjoy the energy of earth. And what did I say about the leafy greens and getting outside? Definitely. Spending time doing a daily walk, and then just spending time to sit on that walk too. Find a nice spot somewhere, and 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, it doesn't matter. Just find a spot and sit as well if you are taking a daily walk, to just listen to the birds. Maybe a lizard might crawl up because you've been quiet and still and not scaring them away. I love that. There's so many more creatures will come up to you or around you, and you notice your perception starts to shift a little bit, and I have a higher purpose. I think you're very aware of that here in this reading. And I release what doesn't serve me, anything that gets in the way of that higher purpose. You've got important things to do here. That's what it feels like. I just saw 23. In the self-loving prompts, we've got use discernment, see things for what they really are, not what you want them to be. Getting a bit truthful and honest with yourself. Read. The more you read, the more you'll learn. Might be a specific book that's been calling to you, you've been delaying picking up, or maybe you need to pick it up but you've already started. We've got root chakra, a beautiful message of just out of the head, into the body, do things, be here, go for that walk. Saving finance, this is about financial security as well, so I think having a bit of maybe discipline in certain areas, knowing where that's required. It's also that an action-orientated energy as well, like to move forward on something, to create, to do. We've got practice gratitude. It seems really important. Where did I see? I saw the Four of Cups before, probably when I was looking through there. And I think that gratitude is, super, super duper important to you as a person. I think that's something you actually teach people too. I think it's something you want to lead by example with and show people. I think that's how you teach, is by leading by example. But it's also helpful to check in with our own teachings sometimes, right? Because that's why we teach them, because they work and it's brilliant. So clear your energy, reclaim your energy, refuel your energy, reclaim your power. If things are falling away, let it do so. And we have avoid toxic people. Hang out with people who uplift you, not bring you down. And then we have a couple of cards from the Higher Self prompt deck. You will have financial security in life. I think that's very true here too. You might not be feeling totally abundant right now, and there might be some changes that need to be made. You might need to reprioritize a few things, and that might be challenging, but it will come together for you. It will, definitely. Yeah, look at this. I realize you have all the qualities to be a leader. I think you already know that. And if you don't, come on, you've got to know that by now. That's how I'm feeling about you anyway. Remember, you came here to teach others. Another message of different knowledge, of seeing the world differently, of being different, of embracing your differences. I think that's important to you. If you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference, right? Do things differently. What the hell? So funny. Your life is at a turning point right now, and you are ready. and be willing to let go of everything you once thought to be true. I like that. And did I read this one for you as well? Yes, I did. This is about being fully present in the natural world and the plants and trees in my environment. I enjoy the energy of earth. Why do I feel like I want to... Oh, that's right. I thought I saved this book over here on the page of this one because I was going to read it if I felt to. So even if it looks as if you're in murky waters and things feel confusing, and even if it seems that everything is dissolving around you, this is only the clearing that occurs just before rebirth. It's all for your highest good. Remember, you are safe in these changes, and you are safe as these changes occur around you. Yeah, kind of already said that a few times. So anyway, I'll leave it there for you beautiful people, group 2. I hope this reading has resonated with you, and yeah, I have a couple of sessions still in August for private sessions. If that calls to you as well, you can book on the link in the description box. And take care, group 2. Bye. Hey, group 3, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the blue banded agate, then this one is for you. So this one is, well, it's blue, so I want to talk about the throat chakra and speaking the truth. But the stone is more about healing from any kind of trauma and harshness of the heart, healing from anger and releasing any negativity. It's also giving you the acceptance and self-confidence to start again in life if that's what's necessary, or in any journey to start over again, and be okay with where you're at. A real self-acceptance energy and confidence in knowing that you've got what it takes to overcome the challenge anyway, whatever challenge it may be. And this week does look like a little bit of a challenge here, but that's okay. We'll move through this. Let's start with the current or past energies with the the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. This is so lovely to start your reading. It may mean that you've had a nicer couple of days in the recent past. The energy may have been a little lighter for you in some sense. I feel like there's, for some people, there's a connection between mother and daughter, or mother and children, that's been very important lately, or dear friends. There may also be a connection with somebody who's given you some support recently and some love, and just somebody who's like there for you to help you, compassionate friend, that sort of energy. We can see a lot of that beauty here, a lot of nurturing, a lot of softness, a lot of femininity here. So I feel like this is the energies you've been embodying yourself as well, being more open to receive, open to dream, and maybe been a bit of fantasy lately about where things are headed, or who you can become, or what's coming for you, what's possible for you. I feel like there's a lot of dream here. But it's also time, I think you've come to realize, while it's wonderful to have these dreams and inspirations and aspirations, we might need to put in a little effort to do something about it and make it ground this inspiration or this love. There's love here that wants to be grounded. And that's what the Page of Pentacles is here about. She's here, maybe she's working on her budget, maybe she's writing down a to-do list, she's getting organized. She's counting her money, she's definitely organizing her resources. So you may feel like you have had limited resources to work with, but you still know that you've got all that you need to take a step, and that's all that matters. And I think that's what you're softening on here too with the Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. I think that you're sort of just relaxing a little bit, or trying to relax and be okay with what you've got. And if anything's going wrong or things are a bit challenging, you're like, no, I'm not going to be a victim to this. I'm going to use this as an opportunity. What can I do with this opportunity? Where does my power lie? What action can I take? I think it's like, I feel like you're being your own best friend in recent past too, perhaps in this energy, or you've been just like talking to yourself in ways that are calming, like a friend would, like I just did, well, yeah, this sucks, but what can I do? What can I do with what I have today? And I think it's also understanding that you can be open to receive help as well. And I think you want to receive that, or open to receive love, or maybe even an extended apology here as well with the Page of Cups. That may be the case for some people. I think there's just a connection in the recent past with somebody heart to heart, a dear friend, or Yeah, I just do feel like a heart-to-heart connection or a conversation was had, and that's helped you get a bit of direction, or sort of think about what you want to do next. Or yeah, a lot of, yeah, there's such a nice energy. What else is in there? The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody, yeah, definitely somebody you've talked to maybe lately that's inspired you or is working together with you. Maybe it's just the love you feel that inspires you. So in the path ahead, we have got the King of Swords showing up with the Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups. So this is a conversation had with another person. I do feel it's less than comfortable. The King of Swords may be another person. It may be also your energy, where there's a real, I just feel like there's a harshness and you're wanting to leave that behind. I feel like it is someone else for a lot of you here. And it is, so maybe there's a message or a conversation had or some sort of boundary that's been asserted here that causes you to feel like everything's up in the air and you need to sort of figure out what to do from here. So there's a bit of decision making that's needed, a bit of negativity that needs to be released as well, because it's making you be a bit clouded in judgment and a bit defensive, I think, in the week ahead. Just be aware of that not to be too responsive or reactive in ways that are in that moment. I think just take a bit to withdraw. Eight of Cups, I think you do that anyway. You're sort of pulling away from a harsher energy here. And while that you may be pulling, all you know in that moment is, I just got to get away from this. It leaves you with this sense of, well, where do I go from here? And all I know is I've got to get away from this. So what step do I take in what direction? It's sort of all up in the air, and there's a lot of confusion here. I mean, you feel like you need to make some sort of sense of it all, but that's not entirely possible perhaps this week, to make complete sense of everything. And that's okay. Just tell yourself, and that's okay. You don't need to know anything other than what you already do, and that can really increase your faith in, I think, remembrance that whenever you have needed information or anything that you truly have needed, Spirit has made sure that you've received that information, or the opportunity to take that step. You don't miss your bus stops, you just don't. And I think you need faith in that too. And I don't know, I've gone on a tangent here. Where am I going? I don't know, right? That's okay. I don't know where I'm going. But all right. Anyway, we'll continue here. We've got the Seven of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Wands in the path ahead as well. So there's lots of confusion. You may be feeling like you need to defend yourself or defend your actions, or something like defend your truth here perhaps as well. You might just feel like there's a bit of what's coming in, something's coming in, and you're like, no, stop, I don't want that to come in. Maybe you're blocking someone. Maybe you're there's I just feel like it's the water's like coming in or something, and they've got sandbags here, and they want to stop that from happening. You want to stop that. And I feel like you might up and leave from a situation in the week ahead, or and start to, I think, protect yourself a bit or defend yourself. There's a lot of self-protective energy. Even the Scarecrow is a bit of I was going to say scare tactic. I suppose it's what it is. That's why it's called a scarecrow. It's to scare the threat away. But what do I want to get? Yeah, I want to get another card. I will just talk about the the Lovers on the bottom of the deck before I get rid of it, because it's the underlying energy of this reading, and it talks about making those choices, those bigger choices in life. And I think that's what you're focusing on here in the recent past. There's been like a real renewal and a refreshment in your energy, and a bit of like compassion and softness and love in the recent past, some nice experience perhaps. But then the week ahead has its challenges, and I think you need to hold on to whatever this beautiful, loving, soft energy is, to have that help guide you through the week ahead. Like let the wisdom shared in that conversation, or that awareness, let that awareness guide you through the challenges that you are here. What was I doing? Yeah, Nine of Wands. Do I want to take that card? We will take it. Do I want another one? Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Five of Cups there on the bottom of the deck as well. The Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it kind of does with the Nine of Wands as well. Speak a bit about that. projecting your own energy, stepping back, pulling back, and investing in, I think it's about not giving up though. That's the message here with the Seven of Pentacles as well. Like, yeah, you may need to pull back and do things differently, but there's an area of life you're not meant to be giving up on. And I hope you know what area that is and what area does need to fall away. The area of not giving up is in the area of yourself and your health, I think. Don't let some experience knock you off your path is what I want to say. Or a conversation or anything, don't let it knock you off your path. So in the challenge area, we've got the Magician, the Five of Wands, and the Sun. So definitely, you know, we've got a bit of an arm wrestle going on here, and that might be the challenge, that you're having a bit of an arm wrestle with this perhaps King of Swords character, or a person who's, you know, against you in some way. And you may feel like you're not very, within this situation, you don't hold any power. I think that's how you're feeling about this. And it's kind of hard to stay optimistic or positive within this situation, because it kind of feels like somebody's either slipped the wool over your eyes, or it's just it feels powerless, right? Like maybe you have no choice in the situation, or you have no, like the choice has been taken from you perhaps, or maybe it's what do I want to say? Let's go further into the Sun. Why is the Sun in the challenge? I think it's the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Cups again. Okay. I feel like you're worried that there's not enough growth within this situation, and it may also have to do with affordability as well, and having not enough money to pay for a certain thing that isn't worth it in the end anyway, or something like that. Like you feel like it's not worth it, and a certain investment is like letting you down, and it's meant to be there to help you though. It's meant to support you and hold you, but that's not the case, and now you want justice, I think. In the challenge, what will help with the challenge, we've got the Seven of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Strength. So this is about definitely distrustful energy here with the Seven of Swords. This is a behavior you can't trust. It's also about cutting corners as well and doing things dodgy, and you don't want that. So the Two of Wands and the Strength is advice to say that to move away from this energy, you may literally need to make plans for the future in a different direction with this crossroads energy here, and have the strength to execute that plan. And move away from this, but also to not cut corners, to plan yourself. If you're not liking other people's behavior that is corner cutting, then make sure you're not doing that in your own life as well. I think it's to be very diligent and integral within this energy here. Your integrity will help you move forward here. You can trust in that, and you can lean on that. That's where your power lies. Even if you think you don't have many resources right now, you've still got your integrity. You've still got your connection, yourself. So further guidance here, we've got the Star, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. All this blue, right? So much blue. Healing from harshness, and that's the Queen of Swords. She can be quite harsh, but she looks over to the Star, which is healing harshness, right? Ten of Swords in the background. She's like, it's a situation she may have already pulled the plug on with the Ten of Swords there, or it's something, it could be in the advice to do so. Everyone might be in a different bit of a timeline within this situation, and it's all different for everyone, but Ten of Swords is here to say this Queen of Swords, if she wants healing, if she wants hope and optimism for the future, if she wants that sense of renewal and just, looking up and looking forward, then she needs to perhaps draw a line in the sand here, assert a boundary, and end something with the Ten of Swords. And heal from that harshness though. This Star card is such a refreshing energy after so much pain. It can be. It can, be the dawn of a new day, that sense of hope, that things are going to turn in your favor, and that you just need to trust the unfolding of it all. And there's a lot of spiritual awareness within this unfolding happening for you too. So regardless if it's an awful challenge and you just want to get out of it and go to a better place or a better situation, there's still a lot to benefit you within the challenge. And I think that's worth observing. And I can see that here in the outcome as well, with the Nine of Swords, of Four of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you got all this anxiety, and she is literally running away from the threat here. The bats are after her. The negative thinking is overwhelming sometimes. And same with the Four of Cups. That can be a very pessimistic card where you're not looking at the greater opportunities. But look, this particular Four of Cups has, normally we've got 3 cups spilt out, and the person is having a golden cup that's full being offered, and they're not looking at it because they're quite sad about the 3 that have spilled. But this depiction has all 4 cups. While they are outside the window from her, they are being filled by the storm that is raging, right? So that tells me that even within a challenge, there's a hidden blessing here. And that if you are to just connect with your own sense of well-being and groundedness and prosperity mindset, and like looking at glass half full, what can I do? Where is my power? That sort of, but in a gentle way. I think you'll come to realize that this situation actually has served you and brought you into a greater place of abundance and growth and opportunities for that as well. So yeah, trust. Yeah, this card, right? This is what sums it up. See the good in what you call bad. Nothing in your suffering is meaningless. That sums that little bit up. Just I love it. Okay, so you've got here your commitment is being tested. I love this card for you as well because it's that reminder, don't let this get the better of you. Okay, 7 of Wands is their defensiveness. But the Hermit's there too. That means you've got the answers inside of you. The light is inside of you. The answers are there. Reach in deep, pull it out. Do that daily, not just in response to things that are crazy, but do it in daily practice. What can you do to embody more love and more commitment to life and yourself and all of that strength inside? What can I do to feel grounded and strong? Because those little actions will prepare you for any bigger responses or moments you need to, come from that place of strength. And the next card, God, I love how it just flows. We've got Ancient Oak Spirit Strength. And I don't think I looked at the book for this one. It's a relatively new deck. Let's see. This card represents standing strong in your truth. It appears as a sign that you need to step into your strength. Or conversely, when you are responding to a situation with too much strength, recall how a strong wind will cause a flexible willow to bend, but the rigid oak branch to break. The appearance of the ancient oak spirit may also foretell mystical experiences ahead. The oak spirit acts as a reminder of all the wellspring of power within you. Everything I just freaking said. I love this. Traditionally, this tree has symbolized endurance, strength, and mystical wisdom, courage, and nobility. Remember that inner strength means speaking to your truth without guile or over-explaining yourself. It means living with full authenticity, even if everyone seems against you. The oak tree doesn't need to overtly declare its power, it just is. And I think that's important too. That's the softness in your strength, in your firmness. Just be you, do you, it's okay. The Queen of Pentacles is so that energy. She is not looking for external validation. She is never looking to the other side of the grass, grass is greener situation. She doesn't do that. She just waters her grass and she knows she's good. I love that. I love that. There may be a blockage in your life or one soon to come. I see that is here, yes. And now is the time to amass your inner strength and move beyond it. This is a card of good fortune. If a dream has eluded you, know that you have the fortitude to achieve your goals. What I say about building that foundation. Sorry, I keep butting in here. Help from mystical realms is at hand. Believe in your own inner strength. What are current obstacles will be tomorrow's stepping stones to success. I love that. That's so good. Brilliant. What else have I got for you here? I've got I am supported. I love the angel wings behind this particular card, meaning you are supported by the unseen and you need to have a little more faith. Even like that card says, when everything seems to be against you, there is actually a great deal of support there. And I do feel there's someone special who sends love to you, a special guide, and maybe a parent, a family member, anybody, whoever this energy represents for you. Maybe it's even a whole group of people that are there supporting you and look up to you, maybe. I think people do look up to you. All right, where are we? Yeah, I love these two. You got 2 for this deck and they both just fit so perfectly. I know that a little effort goes a long way. I take steps in the right direction and I am open to the abundant support flowing towards me, and I am supported, right? A little effort goes a long way. I take steps in the right direction. Just trust your steps. Just be good with you. Integrity. I walk in beauty and divinity at all times, even in difficult and dark situations. Light is within me, right? And that's this situation too. You've got the Nine of Wands, but the Hermit's there. So you may be feeling like you want to scare everyone away or react like a little bit maybe, and that's cool. Like, you're human. But you've also got that light within you to come from a place that serves you and the situation to a better outcome. So see the good in what you call bad. Nothing in your suffering is meaningless. We have, you will find your place in the world even when you don't know how. Don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit your success. Don't soothe your pain with momentary pleasures. The end of a tough cycle is finally approaching. Uproot your life and leave all that is familiar to you, and it will all make sense to you soon. The self-loving prompts to get you through the week are to have a relaxing bath, if that is possible. If you don't have a bathtub, there's other ways to pamper yourself with water, or a candlelit shower with music and oils, and there's things we can do. There's the small things that matter, yes. Sometimes it's the little things that can make life wonderful, like cooking a beautiful meal with fresh organic produce, or like something from your own garden or a friend's garden. The little things, whatever they are, any little tiny things. Level up, start small, start today, just start. Yep. That's what this is about too, having that strength to plan for the future, having that strength to meet this crossroads with confidence and just take a different path. Change a bad habit, eating, overeating, drinking, any bad habit that's not serving you, smoking, scrolling, or lack of good habits perhaps can be a bad habit. Shadow work, uncover every part of you that's been repressed and abandoned. A bit of a deep inner work that I think has been an ongoing process for group 3 here. I've seen that for some time, and it's I love my group 3s. So what else have I got? I think that's all I have for you here, group 3. Is it? Yes, it is. Is there anything else? I feel like it might be. We'll have a look. Is there anything else for group 3? 5 of Cups and Temperance. Okay. Yeah. Surrender the sadness. Surrender the sadness. Absolutely. We'll drop that 5 of Cups down here. And this is the Temperance, Sagittarius energy showing up here for you. This is adventure. Sagittarius reminds me of adventure and exploring and traveling and trying new things. But this particular card of Temperance is about the winter thawing out and the spring coming in. So I think it's also to say, like, it's kind of echoed here too, like let what's finished finish, like, and move on into something nicer, and let the spring come in for you, let new growth happen, foster it within yourself. If you have a new idea here too, like a new study or a new project plan, invest in that. Spend time on it every day. Invest in that, definitely. All right, group 3. I'll leave it there for you beautiful people. I hope this reading has resonated with you and brought you some sort of comfort, clarity and guidance. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3. Hey, group 4. Welcome to your reading if you chose this Smoky Quartz piece. And this one is for you. So Smoky Quartz is all about grounding and clearing negativity, but also releasing yourself from the grips of depression as well, and heaviness in that regard, bringing about calmness and promoting positive thoughts in the mind. So let's move into this reading. Here's an interesting one with the underlying energy. I think I'll start with of the 4 of Swords for this reading. So there is a bit of cobwebs here that do need clearing away. There's a lot to be thinking about, a lot to contemplate, a lot of the stuff from the past that's still lingering, and I don't think there's any immediate hurry to clear that away, but you are needing a bit of rest and a bit of time for yourself, a time to nurture yourself. So let's start with the past energies. We've got Strength, the Star, and the King of Swords. So I do get with this sense you may have been, I feel like you've been trying your best to be hopeful and look to the future and rejuvenate and refresh and take care of yourself. But there's also this isolating energy I can feel within this, that you're maybe cutting yourself off from other people or from support, or just sort of, yeah, I get a bit of an isolating energy from it. I feel like you've been going it alone for some time. You might feel like that's your only choice. And do you feel like you're like getting ready to make plans? And I do feel like you are somebody who is quite reliable, and I feel like you like to do things the right way. And I feel like you maybe have been reading a bit lately, or learning a bit about yourself, or just trying to learn about what you're going through as well. I kind of would like to get a little more on the King of Swords. Why am I getting an isolating energy from that? I forgot. I see the Empress there. I see the Ace of Cups wanting to stick its head out there, but let's see. I feel like it's a bit of a boundary as well. You might be having difficulty with somebody. The Hermit. What did I frickin' say about isolating energy? The Hermit. I knew it. I'm onto you. It's all good, group. It's all four. I was going to say 2. All the readings this week, today anyway, have been different, I've got to say. Like, I've felt some things in each pile. And so you might be called to a different pile as well after you've seen this one. If you go back to the original image, sometimes a different crystal will start to stand out that wasn't before. And it's because the main message you may have received, but now there's another. That could be the case for some people of group 4. I kind of felt that, yeah, some will like to watch another group as well. Or maybe you already have and this is your second group. But where was I going with that? It just feels like it's challenge this week. Like, it doesn't feel like an easy week. You know, sometimes we come through all 4 piles or 3 piles, whatever we do, and just things are looking up. But it does look like for everybody there's a bit of challenge this week ahead, and a bit to face. So a bit of uncertainty there. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like something you've gone through or have been going through. The fact that you're pulling away, it seems to be almost making your heart a little colder or a little harder, and I don't think we want that for you, though. I don't think you want that for you. It's just sort of, maybe you've been feeling like you have to sort of be firm with people or put people in their place a little bit, and it's just not feeling very good or feeling very nice. And I don't know what the word is. I almost feel offended for you. I feel like, no, it shouldn't be that way for group 4. Like, I love group 4. There's something about you I feel like almost protective over. Like you don't deserve this, or something. Yeah. I feel like I did feel somebody has got a sweet pussy cat that's there for you too. I don't know why that really stuck out. I know this deck's actually got cats on every page, but one cat in particular I was pulling earlier, and it just did feel like you have somebody out there that's got a very special cat friend, or a little person, critter to get you through the challenges. Look, and then there's the Lovers. It kind of confirms what I'm feeling about that. But the Lovers here as well. Let's see what wants to come with the Lovers. The World, the Hanged Man, the 9 of Swords. It might be a relationship that's ended, that's, you know, causing this harshness of the heart, or feeling like, you know, you're a bit bound up and stuck and you can't really move forward. Something that unmet, 3 of Swords, heartbreak, the loss of somebody very special, or the loss of a relationship with something you really wanted. But anyway, let's move into the current situation that we get. That's what I feel like you're healing from anyway, with the Star and the Strength. Like you're really mustering all of your courage and strength to be able to move through this situation best you can and take care of yourself. And I feel like, with that Hermit conferring what I felt about that isolation, you may be doing it alone, or not feeling like there's too much support around you, but there is. It's just in subtle ways, or in different ways, or ways that you don't expect the support is there, or ways that you haven't expected it to be, maybe in signs and synchronicities and messages and animals, and just all different ways, not your normal type of ways. I think there's someone knocking at my door. Might be the wind though. Anyway, Um, Five of Wands, Nine of Wands. This is in the week ahead. Five of Wands, Nine of Wands. Ace of Swords, Four of Cups, Death. So it doesn't look like an easy week, but we can move through this. Stick around. It'll be okay. Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands. So you may be... I don't know what's going on out there. It sounds like a clown horn. You may be... yeah, okay. Back to you. Sorry, distracted there. Just blow it away. Yeah, right. So Five of Wands, Nine of Wands. All right. So yeah, I feel like you're defending. When I first saw this lay on the table, I felt like you were defending your own grief, or you're defending your own healing journey, or where it's at for you right now. I feel like you've been needing to defend yourself, or where you're, the position you're in this moment in life. So you might be feeling like people are not understanding of the process you're going through within this situation, and that's why you're maybe withdrawing from other people and feeling like, you know, maybe there's not as much support as you would hope in this moment. And in the path ahead, we have got a little bit of conflict and that sense of defensiveness here with the Nine of Wands and the Five of Wands. So, you know, there's maybe a few different factors that are causing you stress at this time. It could be very internal too. It may not even be external factors. It may be just what's going on inside of you, and finding that courage to overcome, or that strength inside to overcome the conflict, the harshness, the hardness, the heaviness. It does feel like it's not easy to move through. Some days might be easier than others. We've got a breakthrough and clarity coming with the Ace of Swords here in this reading, which is really nice for you. So you definitely have a breakthrough here about things that are making you very unhappy, with the Four of Cups there and the Death card coming next. It's like whatever this heaviness, this harshness is for you, it does sort of force you to find an inner strength inside of yourself that you may not have known was there before, and to draw on that strength to create a difference in your environment or in this situation. Because the Four of Cups, the Ace of Wands, Swords, I do really see that as you having a breakthrough moment in clarity, and it's like turning what was a frazzled energy. See, this wand is it's like a transformation in that. Like, it's maybe this conflict pushes you in a different direction, or it makes you realize something, or it causes you to speak up on something that you've been quiet about, or whatever it is. It causes breakthrough, and I see this frazzled energy turn into like actually, like it's like power comes from nowhere at all, like just from inside of self, like apparently feeling like it's from nowhere. But within that, it's like, I think there's just a real up and down moments this week, like what goes up must come down or something, just like after a big climactic moment, and there's this coming down energy from it, even if it was the climax wasn't a negative one, or a positive one, like whatever, it just still feels like something going up and then down again. And but I do feel like there's assistance here as well, though. With the Four of Cups, I just can't help but notice this person looking on, having a cup there for you. Like somebody really cares about what you're going through here. There's somebody who wants to offer you some sort of support and help you, or just at least to acknowledge where you're at the very least, because you're very caught up in where you're at. And I can see that here, and that's okay. I want to make that clear. It's okay to be where you are and to be moving through what you're moving through at the speed that you are. As fast or slow as it's going, I think you just it's okay. Maybe not for fastness. I think there's a need to slow down. But let's get a little bit more on the Death. It's changing. Don't know which one wanted to come out then. Death. What comes after Death? What comes after Death? That felt like a statement within itself. Maybe you've lost someone very special to you, and you're sort of trying to figure out, well, what comes next? What do I do now with myself now my special person is gone? Or now that, you know, there's been a death of some kind, whether it's literal or in another sense of the word. We've got the Five of Cups here, the Page of Wands. Let's see the Ace of Wands, see the Hierophant. I think we'll look at these two here. Yeah, look, so you've got quite a state of grief here. There may be a lot of beauty around you. There's a lot to be grateful for, a lot of wonder and nice things. She's on a beautiful beach. There's a banquet, there's balloons, celebration. There's so much to be happy for, seemingly. But she's not happy. She's upset. She's hurting. There's some Three Cups are spilt out. But it does reveal two cups still standing, and it sort of brings me to that one cup in the Four of Cups too. You know, there's still opportunity here. There's still life to be lived. There's still experiences. There's still love to be experienced. It's just you needing to have the strength to move through this process, which is what you're moving through. It's happening. Yeah. And the Page of Wands tells me about journeys and new people to meet on the path ahead. You're going to meet new people. You're going to have new experiences. And you might be feeling closed off to that. I can see that here. You know, maybe I don't want to hear about new experiences. You know, that's all right. But just know that it won't always be. You won't always be in this position. You won't always be in this place. Things will change. Life is ever changing, and we know that. But the point is, you're here now, and that's all that we know, or that's all that matters, perhaps, and that's okay too. I feel like that's a real big thing for this week. Like in the end of anything that's going on, just add, and that's okay. You can just give permission, just allow. I think at the moment it kind of feels like that through all the readings this week. Even coming into the readings, I had no idea what to expect this week. Like sometimes I get a fair sense of like the collective energy and what might come through a little bit, but this week it's no. I don't know. I don't know. So the challenge, we've got the Knight of Swords, the Six of Swords, Chariot, and the Five of Swords. The challenge is overthinking by the sounds of it, all those swords, right? And also this, like I kind of get there's somebody, with this picture, this is for someone, not everyone, but there's somebody coming at you with aggressively or you know, harshly with the Knight of Swords, and you're wanting to like pack up and leave from that. You're wanting to move away from that, or run away from harshness of somebody. It may also be your own harshness of mind, negative thinking. Like smoky quartz is that beautiful stone of grounding and clearing depression and negative thoughts and over thinking and just erratic thoughts. And the Six of Swords is just dissipation of that energy. So coming into the calm and not being so wound up mentally. I love how Jackson's chosen smoky quartz for this reading because it does seem very appropriate, and I think that maybe you might like to work with some smoky quartz. I've also got a tangerine selenite heart on the table too. I think is beautiful. I think orange is an important color for you at the moment for some reason. I felt that when I looked at a different card, which we will get to. Orange crystals like selenite, that's selenite, citrine or similar, like, yeah, anyway. So Chariot and the Five of Swords, yeah, the challenge is to, which way do I go? Where do I turn from here? It's like either way you're having to leave something. You're having to, either way there's a loss here. Either way there's a leaving happening, a severance, and a hollow, empty feeling, I think, as well. Unmet expectations or wishes unfulfilled, things like that. It seems like that's the challenge, and so to move forward is the challenge. To move away from this situation, to get out of this, to be in anything different, perhaps for some people, is the challenge. But what will help with this challenge is beautiful grounded energy. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. To just be in nature, to spend time with people that uplift you, to spend time around people that are inspiring and already on the path you'd like to take. If you're just on a personal healing journey, then maybe look to other people who are sharing their healing journey, that are healing similar wounds to you. This is also about finances as well, and having an abundance mindset. I think it's about maybe also focusing on your own personal unique talents, harnessing those, spending time investing in your body, in your mind, in your health, and your general well-being. Seven of Pentacles, she's picking grapes. There's a lot of abundance around her, but she has to work for it. You know, Seven of Pentacles is about investing your time, your money, and your energy. Queen of Pentacles is already abundant, so I think that it's also worth noting that you are already abundant and you already do have a lot of people that actually do care for you, that are either inspired by you or see you making the best choices you can within the situation. Like, there's people around you that perhaps look up to you, and I think there's definitely someone out there that sees more in you than you see in yourself, I think. And I think it's another important thing here, is to start seeing yourself as a bit more successful and capable, and just shift the way you're viewing yourself, perhaps. Is there anything else there? Well, what's that? Something wanted to be coming up. All right, I'll take it. They just fell off the pile, so we'll look at them. Meditate and hydrate. Keep it simple. It's kind of like the Queen of Pentacles, that well-being, right? Just on the most fundamental level, just ground yourself and look after yourself. Drinking lots of water, herbal teas, healthy food, but meditation as well. Quiet the mind. Let the soul speak. So anything else in this? Six of Wands, confirm for me. What's that? I don't know. Six of Wands. Thank you. Oh, the Five of Cups has come out again. I think it's it kind of just echoes everything we've already said about just letting yourself move through this grief, this sadness, and release it, but then also let yourself experience joy again, let yourself be lifted again, let yourself shine again, and share yourself with the world too. I think there's some things that you are yet to receive recognition for. But you will receive recognition for that. I think you'd start acknowledging it within yourself first too, though. The Page of Swords, okay. And the Two of Cups. I think there's definitely someone watching over you again with the Page of Swords. Definitely got that message coming through strongly that somebody does watch over you, somebody that loves you very much, whether they're in spirit or in your life. Like, there's definitely someone who watches you and helps guide you and is a companion to you on your journey, even in your sadness, maybe especially so in your sadness. And I think that it's also important for you to learn new skills at this time as well. If you're looking to expand your skill set within your business, or to take a new career path and learn something new, or to do something where you are in a role of benevolence and giving, nurturing to other people. I feel like charity work might be really helpful here too. I felt like when I was shuffling, I forgot to say it. To sometimes to help other people, to give other people, it can really help yourself as well. And I think that might be really good too, to go out and help the community or do something for your community. Or just upskill so that you can then, invest in yourself, and then in the long term that gives back to the community, because whatever your skill you're building is something to deliver of service in a way. I think, yeah, interesting. Okay, so further guidance here. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Fool, and the Two of Wands. This is about making plans for the future. It really is, and about making plans to try new things. It's also this card of softening and receiving. The beautiful Queen of Cups. I think it's tending to the things that you love in your life with gratitude and with love. Like if you have pets or children or family or friends or people that are dependent on you, or anything in that regard, where you're of service to provide love and nurturing, a soft voice to be heard, or just to listen with open ears. I think that's a lot of that energy coming into your world, especially after such an isolating period. Like, it's time to give yourself opportunities to connect in ways that are meaningful and soft, whether that's, like I said, through charity, or just genuinely connecting, having a heart-to-heart with a friend, or just connecting to yourself in those ways where you're nurturing yourself and being very kind to yourself, because you do deserve that. And the Fool is asking you to take a new journey here, take a new path. The Two of Wands is here. This is crossroads. This is time to go on an adventure. I do feel like some of you do need a little getaway or a break. You might not have thought of that yet, but you will for some, and it will be like, oh, okay. And then you actually start to plant a little seed there of a getaway or a holiday. I think is really beneficial for many. felt that when I saw the Queen of Cups in particular, but then when the Fool came out and then this World Traveller, I thought, well, definitely that message. You're needing more play as well, I think, here. You're needing to try new things to get yourself having fun again, because you've been very bogged down by what you're in, and that might be why you're feeling that, a bit defensive of your grief or of your pain. Like, you need to protect it so that you can still finish experiencing it or go through it, or you're not ready to let it go yet, or something like that. The guidance here is to let yourself have new experiences and to connect with other people and to try new things and to go to different places, to travel, which is actually interesting because we've got this card too. Travel as much as you can. This will add dimension to your life. All right, so outcome energy, we have got the Tower, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Swords. So the outcome is challenging, but we'll pull more cards, I think, for this particular section. The Tower, so I feel like this has already happened. We can see that here in these cards where something has crumbled, something has fallen away, it's no longer working, and it's requiring you a great deal of strength to overcome or to persevere through this challenge and to hold on to yourself while you're letting go of so much else. The Seven of Wands, again, that defensive energy and feeling very trapped in your own world or in your own cycle or process. It's just, I wish I had more words for what this is, but I think it's hard to put into words, and you might resonate with that because you're experiencing it yourself, and maybe you're having a hard time putting into words what you're going through. Just confirm the Eight of Swords for me. I just think it's one little positive voice or thought. If you've got a little voice in your head that always corrects you when you're cranky or upset or hurting, that says, hey, no, it's okay. That voice, the one that's positive, that goes above the anxiety. That's the one that, if anything can penetrate, it's that voice. I think is whether that's an external person, a reader you listen to, music you listen to, or just your own internal dialogue of spirit, right? Or a past loved one who whispers truth in your ear. Listen to that voice because it's with you. I know that it's with you. And when you're feeling trapped and you're running through all the beliefs of why you're trapped or why it's this is how it is, you're affirming that in your head, you're in it, right? But there is that one other voice that sort of doubts it all and says, no, maybe that's not true. Maybe it doesn't have to be so hard, or maybe, but because it is so hard, that voice don't get squashed really quickly. Don't squash it, okay? That's just what I want to say to whoever that resonates with. Don't squash that little voice. I'm seeing that little voice as this bird here on the sword. Don't squash that little birdie. Let it penetrate through. Let it take the blindfold off. Let it get through. Let it in. I feel like it's important. All right. What else are we going to say about this outcome energy that looks like, not the nicest outcome to have in a reading, but what else we got? But it's here to be spoken about because it's what you're moving through. So we can acknowledge that and we can do something with it, right? All right. The Eight of Wands. A bit more talk of things all up in the air and feeling very chaotic. It kind of brings me straight back to the first card of the Strength, where you're having to navigate this tornado, this whirlwind, this craziness. You're having to be strong to do so, but the face of this girl is a little bit overwhelmed by all of this. It's a bit too much sometimes. But there's someone there, that bird is never leaving you. I'm just getting that. No matter how chaotic it gets, if that's your own internal dialogue with spirit, a loved one, that bird is not leaving you. And you will come through. Yeah, it'll come through. Six of Pentacles. Assistance will come through. Listen to, be open. There's an opportunity, there's something. It's even actually here, that bird is here with the Ace of Swords. I'm just noticing that same bluebird. And that's that clarity striking. So if this is somebody who talks to you later in the week, a conversation you get to have, or your own epiphany, or somebody that offers help to you, whatever it might be, I think that might be the case. Somebody offers help to you this week. Be open to receive that. Don't shut it out is what I want to say for that part of the reading. Definitely don't shut it out. So the oracle cards we have, I give thanks for my feet, which keep me grounded in the earth and connected to my roots. I think taking a walk every day is going to be really helpful. I think every group got that recommendation. It's always a good idea to go for a walk at the end of the day and just let the trees take it all from you. They know exactly what to do with what you're carrying. So you're pushing yourself to exhaustion in between all of your, enjoy yourself in between all of your hard work. Especially if you're very much focused on exhausting things. Just rebalance that. Spend time doing something that, even if you don't want to, you know, just do it anyway. It'll help you shift. It really will. Learn when to say no, avoid clutter, slow down and quiet your mind. Know that you are safe and protected. Again, a little bird here. This also always has reminded me of a bit of a funeral energy. So maybe you've lost someone and you want to know that they are protected and they are safe. And that is definitely here. So safe that they're ensuring your safety. Travel as much as you can. This will add dimension to your life. We saw that before. I deserve respect is your personal power card this week. Absolutely you do. And in the self-loving prompts, we've got the heart chakra is out of balance. So maybe a clearing of that heart space so that you can be open to receive love and assistance here. You don't have to do this all on your own. And yeah. Needing a big system reset. I think a whole chakra clearing or something, or maybe a meditation or a series of rituals you can do over a period of time would be really good. Or even just just a day of it maybe, whatever you feel. Create a routine. Having a routine helps limit procrastination and give you structure. And I think with the Fool here as well, the Two of Wands, this is about trying new things. This is a self-love routine. This is a routine that feels like there's so many symbols within this one card of love, of connectivity, of fertility, of joy, of connection, of doing the housework with love. There's a broom there, and I just see that even as like devotion, acts of devotion to life, to the life you've been given, to yourself, to your friends, to your community, to try new things. Anyway, the create a routine I think is an important one. Root chakra and solar plexus. Yeah, exactly. No wonder I said all chakras. We've got heart, root and solar plexus. So, you know, this is about action orientated energy. Like this is taking action and being productive and proactive in areas that help you feel confident as well. Areas that are related to your personal power and a healthy expression of emotions. Heart's there too. So I think this is also about finding someone you can talk out some of the things that are going on with. It might be really important for some people in this group to have that sounding board, or yeah, to fill your day with things that mean something to you and kind of, yeah, let go of the rest. Read more. The more you read, the more you'll learn. I felt that with the original cards too. You might be reading a lot lately. This King of Swords sort of got me feeling like you're learning a lot about what you're going through. You might be reading in regards to that. We've got crystal healing and use essential oils. With the crystal healing, this one sort of stuck out to me the most, and it has this orange hue. So I want to say orange colored crystals would be beneficial for you at this time, or maybe even a bit smoky, or yeah, or yellows, oranges. And use essential oils that can help boost your mood and promote positive energy. You might also like to anoint your throat chakra or your heart, or just whatever practices come to you with oils, to use them. Or in a diffuser so they fill your room. I think oils are really, really beautiful self-love practice as well, to apply them with intention and love and all that stuff. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. And you have another full moon, a void of course moon actually. Nothing will come of this situation. So I think those are two individual messages that you will take personally for what they mean for you. Yeah, so I think we should leave it at that with those ones. And then the last card for you is Spirit Guardian of Autumn, letting go. And since I do love this book, I'm going to read from it for you. Surrender. All is well. You don't have to do it alone. The Creator is at your side. Letting go can heal the need to be in control, the stress of unfulfilled expectations, the anguish of needing to decide how things should be, and the tension of wanting others to act in a particular way. These things lead to unhappiness. Letting go opens the space for relaxation, healing, and success. Of course, there are times to hold on as if your life depended on it, but now is the time to surrender. You aren't succumbing to forces outside of yourself. Instead, you are opening to your inner guidance and to your soul. And when you can let go, the creative forces of the universe can flow through you. Earth-based cultures recognize the 4 power points of the year: the spring, the fall equinoxes, the summer and winter solstice, had profound spiritual meaning. To those indigenous people, autumn was the time for things to slow down. It was the time to change, reflect, harvest in preparation for the next season. And this is the spirit guardian of autumn, letting go. And it's even in the outcome, like it's from the letting go of what you're trying to control, what you're trying to hold. You may be trying to hold on to this tower that it's like she's trying to protect this tower. It's already crumbled. It's already gone. But she's like, no, get back. It's mine. I want to keep it. Or, it's that sort of energy, and it's so trapped to it. But letting go is going to help you really bring in what you actually need in this situation. And I think it's also that to give back as well is something very important for you, to help you feel connected, because I just think that that's an important component in the journey of receiving help, for you to feel balanced, to also give it in another area if possible. So I think that's all I have for you, group 4. Yes, that is all I have for you, group 4. I hope this reading has resonated with you and brought you some sort of comfort, clarity, and guidance. And if you're after a personal reading, I have a few spots in August still there. You can book that in the description box below. And I'll leave you with it. Take care, group 4. Bye.